Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to give you another lesson for today. Just checking in with the energy and feeling nice and cozy. It's all raining outside, gray, cloudy. It's early in the morning. Be grateful that I can come to the lesson, hand it out with some kind of understanding. I am just the messenger, eh? Lessons are timeless, so it really doesn't matter what day you get it on. If you are experiencing the lesson in itself, then it's your time. But if you don't feel a connection to the lesson, but you're interested and you're listening and you're understanding it, then you're just making your steps to an easier end if and when you do get the experience of this type of lesson. And it could just be that the understanding of it is all that you need to have gone through this type of lesson. That's how Spirit works. It gives us what we can handle. We may think it's too heavy or too much, a burden that we are carrying, but in hindsight, we realize that we were able to carry that burden. We were able to get through that situation, but we came out stronger. This is the lesson for today. Thank you, Spirit. I have gratitude for being able to hand out the lesson, that I can be consistent in giving this lesson. And I am grateful for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. It encourages me. It strengthens the connection with the energy. And you can always pass on the lesson to people you think may be interested or need a little help getting through their circumstances. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for keeping me safe, protecting me, keeping the collective safe, protecting us. What does the collective need to learn today? What is the lesson for today? What is the lesson? What do we need to learn today? Thank you, Spirit, for teaching me. What is the lesson for today? Our Seven of Pentacles and our Four and the Ace. Okay, so we have 11 and 12. That's interesting. No, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, we have 11, 11. Look at that. 11, 11. See, that's portals opening up. That is us being able to work on what we have put in the past into motion. We are holding on to what we love. We are being honest about all that talk from yesterday. It's round again. People need to speak their truth. Talk about what they feel and what they're holding on to, what you call dear. too, but the truth about secrets are definitely coming out. That's why we're going to have all that agitation coming up middle of the month to July. Okay, Spirit is talking. See more truth again about suffering, and all the cups are out. It's 7. Again, it's 12. Okay, behind the scenes. So this is healing work. Truth is healing the suffering. We're going to celebrate. We're going to take care of things that are too much of the same. Always the same. It's like going to the same place and expecting to feel different about it. It's not going to happen. You need to go to a different place in order to feel different. So if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you keep getting the same results. So that's where you have more of the same. Change your attitude. Change what you, well, change the way you do things in order to get a different result. And that is not easy, eh? That's a lesson right there. Well, it could be that we have the cups today. It could be that we have the coins today. It could be that we have all of the suits today. Let's see what the lesson is. Thank you, Spirit, for teaching us. What is the lesson? Cards are choppy. What is the lesson for today? All right, let's cut and see what the lesson is. Wow. 2 of Pentacles. Well, this is our painful position to be in. You know, I say that because it is that. I mean, you're standing on one leg and you're juggling 3 balls or 5 balls, depending on how many things you have going on at the same time, right? And you're standing on one leg. I mean, how long can you stand on one leg and juggle and not let the balls fall? That's not easy. And that's because we've got so many things going on, and this is work, eh? So you have like 2 or 3 jobs happening, or you have ideas flowing that you want to work on, and you want to bring it in, and you're not sure because you have to give time to this and project, and you have to give time to that project, and then you get stuck in the middle. This is action. That's why we call it work. So you're busy. But then you're worried because you're not seeing things coming into fruition with this one. And this is where the trust, you see, this is where you have to find trust in yourself and in others. And if you can't trust the people that you're working with, then you're in a really painful position because you're going to end up doing all the work. And I don't know why this comes to work today. Usually it's in relationships, but because it's the first card out, it's a coin. We're going to look at it like it is work in process, okay? I mean, you fit it to your situation. If you have a relationship with one person and then you are working on another relationship with another person and then you need to decide between the two, then you know this is a relationship situation. But to what extent is your relationship? Is it a working relationship where you have to choose departments or people that you want to work with or the people that you do work with? There's something more happening at work. Is it about work at all? This is sustenance and this is monetary gain. It could be that it's emotional, the work that you're doing. You know, fit it to your situation. So far, we're on the lower arcana. This is us doing all the work, and this is us trying to figure out one scenario over another, or trying to get balance where we want this thing to happen, and then we make way to allow the fruition to come true. Now, that's a little difficult because we can set things up and then we have to wait. And who actually does like to wait for anything? That's something to think about. Let's see what the tool is. Oh, Higher Arcana. The Hierophant is back, but this time as the tool. So all the knowledge, we know everything. We know everything that is to make this imbalance balance. We know what it needs to, well, we know what it needs. We know what it would take to bring this imbalance into balance. That's what this is. Because this is higher knowledge. This is as high as you can get. This is like a judge level. Okay, if you're looking at the law. I'm not saying that this has anything to do with the law. I'm just saying that the level of knowledge and understanding is at the highest level. We know what to do to bring in the balance. What's Spirit doing more for us? Again, the Seven of Pentacles. So we're going around, we're rotating the cards that we had yesterday. And these cards came up this morning. Again, the 7 is persistent in our little readings. I'm having my tea. This makes me want to have tea. Spirit is giving us all the projects, all of the work. See, again, it's a 9. Completion. It's like we're coming to the edge and we have to make a choice. What do we want to do? Are we going to clear up this mess, or are we going to just sweep it off into oblivion and start afresh? Are we going to give up on our dreams, our hopes, the work that we put in, all the preparations that we've made so far, all the pruning that we've done? Spirit is giving us this understanding that we've done everything. We know how to do anything and everything pertaining to what we want to see come into fruition and what we are working on right now. We know. We just have to choose. This is where patience comes in too, right? Because with wisdom comes patience. We know that the good things take a long time to come in. We know that. That's why we set things up to come in, give us a leg up in the future because of what we've done in the past. But we need to allow it to happen. We need to allow things to work in our favor patiently. Bringing things into balance is a 2-step or a 3-step maybe, depending on your situation. You know what you have to do. You've set it up and put it in place. And now you have to wait for it to take shape and form and let it come in. Not try to rush. You can't prune more, you can't fertilize more. You have to allow. And then you must move on if you're not able to see the fruition coming in. The wisdom here will say, well, we got to change direction. We got to do something else. So what is the gift? Manifestation. Manipulation. Could be for good, could be for bad. This is the choice because we have the wisdom. The key is in the knowledge. Our magician here knows what needs to be done. Again, the knowledge. We cannot say we didn't know. We are adults here. Okay, this juggling act that we tend to get into, depending on your situation, we go in knowing what we're doing. We go in with expectations because we understand what we are doing. We have done certain things in the past. This is why Spirit is giving us this. Remember this, remember that. Remember how that worked out. Remember where this ended up. Those kinds of experiences, depending on what is out of balance in your life right now. If it is a relationship with another person and you're trying to find a partner, because that's what's been going on, and let's not beat around the bush here. We're trying to partner up for the next 30 years, most of us, without even really thinking, oh yeah, I need to get a partner for the next 30 years. We're not thinking about it. We're doing everything on instinct, because that is what we do here. Spirit is giving us things and experiences to help us navigate with our instincts. Just imagine, behind the scenes, we do work that we don't even know that we're doing, because we're just feeling it and thinking it, because we have everything that we need, because Spirit makes sure to provide. That's the gift here, everything that we need to make things happen. That's where the manipulation comes in. And when I say manipulation, I don't mean that you're taking advantage of another person. You're taking advantage of a situation or a circumstance to bring in, whether it's money, some kind of gain, whether it is you want the person to love you or you want to be accepted. If it is a relationship of sorts where you have friends, or you're moving it to a higher level of dating, or you want to get into this relationship, you want to be in a relationship, you see the possibility of a relationship and you're trying to figure out, well, how can I make this into a relationship? I want to take it to the highest level. I mean, fit it to your situation, right? But we have everything that we need. This is not a bad thing every time this card comes up. This is just to say that there is a situation at hand that needs to be allowed to play out. And pushing and prodding and messing with it isn't going to make it pan out in a balanced way. This is where we need to step back and allow things to happen, with the knowledge that it will come to fruition, because we know from the experiences of the past that things can go one way or another way, and then we need to adapt. And that's where this guy comes in, because Spirit is saying no matter what happens, you will be able to adapt to the circumstance and take advantage, because that's what he does, or she. This is neither he nor she. Again, adapting to the circumstance, taking advantage of a situation. And the deck opens up. Oh, we got two. Well, this is interesting. What fun. We have adapting to a situation, strategizing. This is definitely a relationship of course it's a relationship. Two people coming together in any level is a relationship. This could be more than two people though, This is a severing of ties. How to get away. How to leave a circumstance. You see, we've seen this card many times. And guess what? It's 2 sevens. Now we have 3. Interesting. We have the Queen of Cups. Very emotional. Thinking it out. Do I leave? Do I stay? Difficult processing. We've got 3 sevens. No wonder we're out of balance. Then we have the Ace. Oh, more cards. One more. The Spirit is just playing Russian roulette with us today. Or letting me do it anyhow. So we're going back to the 6. Let's bring him down here. So there's a balance. See? Unfair. We're reaching again from what was yesterday, and then we're connecting it with what was the day before. Again, it's conversation, and there's a victory here. So emotions, very emotional. And when I say very emotional, it's just she is that. She is the epitome of self-love on this plane. Notice how many Aya Arcana do we have here? We have 3 that I could see. Yeah. We have the Hierophant, we have the Magician, and then we have the Hangman. Hangman was here yesterday. Spirit is saying, slow down, stop, breathe. Before you wave your wand, see where you're at. Take a look at the circumstance. Is it fair? You know enough to bring in the balance with fairness. You need to strategize. And you are strategizing because Spirit is giving us the gift to manipulate with our strategy. So how low is this? You see well. Yes, but I still want to bring it down. Then we have our prince. You see? That prince, he's giving up reverence to the goddess. There is love here. And there is a severance. Someone severing ties, leaving. Really leaving. Not just saying I'm leaving you, but it's time to move on. And when you know that it's time to move on, reciprocity will happen. Whether you leaving the circumstance brings things into balance, or you measuring out and saying, okay, I owe you for what you did for me, and this is what I'm going to do, manifesting compensation. See, here we have the 15 again, this time in coin. Now, I said change yesterday. I remember, because I got distracted, number one, and I don't like that when I have to break into my lesson, because my lessons are not pre-recorded. I do it live, if you will. It's raw. Whatever is going on outside is going to get recorded into my lesson. And if I'm shifted, then unfortunately my lesson gets a little shifted too. Coming back to why I said change. Now, I kept saying the word change with the 15 cups yesterday. And I thought about it after the fact, when I played back the lesson and I listened to it, and I said, the 15, it is a change, but it's not that change where you metamorphose. And I was referring to that change in the cups. Now, Spirit knows what He's doing with me. For some of you, it made sense. Most of you, I would hope it made some sense in the change. But the 15 is the devil. That number, 15, it could mean change. It's change in your circumstance, where you realize obsession and then you change. See, I just take out certain words so I don't plant seeds of thought. Maybe that's what it was. Spirit was guiding me to say the word change. Today, I have the same 15. I come back to you with severing ties, strategy. I'm not saying this is devil, anything to do with the devil, unfair practices, but it is to do with the devil. It is. When you get into a relationship and then you start cheating on the partner that you're with, it's because you're obsessed with something. You can't get enough of something somewhere. You need to get more of it. Well, that is the devil working, Because why would you want to cheat on the partner that you're with? Why would you want to create a disturbance in the relationship that you have? Why would you look to go into imbalance because of a relationship that you want to be in or that you are in? That is all the devil. To create disturbance is the devil's work. And here, with the coins in particular, it relates to the devil because Saturn rules our work. Now, whatever your work is, this is you taking action. This is you sweeping floors. This is you playing mind games. This is you, whatever, cooking food for other people. I don't care. It's work. Whatever you call work. Now, if you sit in your job and while you're there, you're manipulating maneuvers to take over another company or to destroy a company, break it up and turn it into something else altogether. I mean, that's your work. But this here, this is relationship right here. And the devil is come around behind the scenes. Now, I always look at this queen with a little pinch of salt, because she could be working out how to really tie up the man or the woman, depending on where you sit. Or she could be the one thinking, how am I going to help this person get the truth, put down the burden, refocus because of love. She could go either way, but I am not going to bring out more cards just to figure that one out, because just here we see the truth with this queen with severing ties right behind her. See, she's not looking here. She's walking away. She's severed her ties. She's done her strategy. She wants and is going towards a victory because she has all the love. She has all her cups, She has hers. She's not letting it go. There is a payout. Again, this relates to yesterday. There is a payout. This reciprocity. There is a relationship. Whether it is in a working level or in an emotional level where it's your partner or partners, some form of payout is happening within your relationship, whether it be at work or it be in personal. Again, 8 goes around, comes around. And then 15, the devil showing up behind the scenes. Now, when the devil doesn't show but the number does, that just means that we are aware of obsession. We are aware of holding on. I can't let things go. We want what we want. We're holding on to what we've done. We're not letting it go. We're in a stalemate. Here we definitely are in a stalemate. But here we are almost in one because we're trying to figure out how to play with one and the other at the same time, and it doesn't work out. So the devil is hovering. But it is in the sense of loyalty for some, because you want to bring into fruition certain things. You want to pay out, or you want to get even. You want to make things even. There is a strategy to bring in the balance, because we are in imbalance. I wouldn't say there's a strategy to create imbalance here, because we are already in imbalance. Strategy would come to fix that, especially when we see the the 6 of coins showing up again. Payout. The prince. There's loyalty. Oh, I touched it. There's the emperor. You see? There's that control factor. There's that control factor. He was turning into a loving prince, a loving king of wands yesterday, according to that layout. But here he is again, working on details. And it could be working on details to become the emperor, to become the boss. Let's take a... Just put this here. Let's take a... oracle message for this lesson. The truth is coming. She's making sure that it is about the truth there. And when I say she, it is the love inside. It could be male, it could be female. It could be the emperor himself feeling the love. Feeling that. Sitting with it. Remember what I said yesterday. You got to sit with it. You got to figure it out. There is truth. There is victory. So if there is a confession that needs to be made, it's going to come. Because the burden is going to be put down. Details are being worked on so that the authority can step up and speak up. Speak the truth. Because that's what's going to happen with this. This is a victory card. If it is that you are in a situation that you need to get out of, you will get out of it. You will find your way out. It's nice to end on the emperor in the sense where we know that the burden is put down because authority takes over, because we have everything that we need to make the change and change the perspective and bring in the balance. What is the oracle message for this lesson? Thank you, Spirit. This was a powerful lesson this morning. It's almost like I'm not the only one standing up against imbalance. I feel it. I feel it. Men and women. I mean, this could be a woman here too. Don't think just because you see the emperor as a male that it is a man. Don't allow yourself to get fooled in that light. Women are as powerful and more so depending on the circumstance than men in when it comes to relationship, because we carry the nurturing side. But it doesn't mean that men aren't nurturing. They are. And some are more nurturing than some women. See, it depends on who you fall with. What is the oracle message for this lesson? But the burden will be put down if you feel like you're in a situation where you need to sever the tie, because I did say it clear as day, severing ties. She's done it. She's moving on. Burden is put down. If you feel that you need to leave a relationship, you will. If it's about work, you will succeed. The balance will come into play. See? Discernment. She made up her mind. The goddess. This is healing. As much as I call the devil in this, it is the awareness of the imbalance, the cause. And here we get to choose. That's where the emperor comes in. We get to choose. She takes that role of, I want this, I don't want that. Remember, she's walking away. Her back is to this crazy chaos. Her back is turned. She's not being a part of confusion, imbalance. She's walking away from it. And this is what the discernment card means. I call it discernment because that's what it stands for. And this goddess, make sure to feel it in your bones. You are what you believe. If you believe that you are going to be in a relationship that is constantly in imbalance, again, where the devil has a hold on you and you're stuck, because that's what this is, where you're pulling and pulling and pulling. Both of you want to get away from each other, but you can't, because you keep doing things to bring yourselves back to each other. So you're tying the bond even tighter. Okay? Well, that's when you decide, is this what I really want? With manifestation, you've been given a chance to see things in a different perspective about the confusion that you are in, that you know you have the knowledge to get out of. With this Hierophant right here, see? You know what you need to do. You know how to make things fair. And what's at the bottom of the deck? Hand fastings. Okay, so this is like a friendship. Maybe you need to start over the process of, okay, we clean the slate, we take it from the beginning again. Or you just cut ties completely and you go to your friends. Either way, the pulse pulse through all that I am. No hidden form is left untouched. I am willing, I am risking, for I yearn for unity spilled lustrously upon my lips. This is for friendship. And then we have orgasm. Trust your body, elevate your spirit, open the gates to your renewal. Well, that's a release, and you know in sex, when you get to the climax, everything just falls into place. Your satisfaction is a guarantee when you reach that climax. Well, that's what she's here for. She's here for that, to make sure that we get to the climax, that love brings us over the top, that when we do this act, whatever it is, if it's work, if it's relationship, just because we have orgasm here doesn't always mean it's about sex. I mean, the expression for this card is to release. So if you're holding, again, sever the ties. If you're holding on to something that is not good for you, well, you have enough wisdom to say, I don't want it anymore. And you have the authority and the know-how and the manipulative skills to walk away. You are able to strategize, to leave a circumstance where you feel that you are being held back again by the devil. You see, that's where the devil card plays, where you feel that you are stuck, that you cannot get out of a certain situation, where you feel crushed or it's been unfair, like you're giving more than your share. Okay, I keep seeing strategy with this card. It's not like it's someone stealing something from you. They've already done that. That's why there's an imbalance. So now you need to turn around and be manipulative with your strategy to get your reciprocity. And your reciprocity might just be to leave, because that's what she's doing. She's walking away. Walking away. This is 7, this is 8 cups. This is walking away. She is walking away. And it's going to be towards a victory, where she gets her truth, or she speaks her truth. And I say she, he as well. It depends on your situation. This is all about unconditional love if it's not a person, because it's the person, the bodies in the card it's more for the attributes, like I kept seeing, like I said yesterday. It's about the lesson. It's not so much about creating a story. But we have a prince, we have an emperor, and we have a queen, and we have a magician. But that doesn't mean that it's not all in one person. Again, take it as it resonates. This is 8 cups, means walking away. Are you going to leave a situation? Are you breaking up a friendship? That relationship, how close do you feel to the person that you are in imbalance with? You may need to choose one over the other. That's why she sits there thinking about where to put the love and how much love is required to resolve a situation. And then the discernment card, where you choose. You must choose, and then allow the play to play out. You must choose. And that's what this is. The authority to choose. And then the release. If you have to take on a different perspective, which is what's showing here, then your perspective changes, and that creates the possibility for release, whether you're walking away or you're taking on a form of exercise or dance or cooking or music, singing. You're doing something to shift so that you can release. It's not always about sex, but it is fun when it is. So as an adult, choose your partners wisely. Be fair to the ones that you are in relationship with. Bring the balance back. Again, this is 8 cups. Sorry, 8 coins. What goes around comes around. And then we have the 7, another 7 of patience. Step into that. Go into meditation, form of release. If it's an activity that you're doing, if it's silence, sitting with a cup of tea, whatever. Release. And balance will come once you choose. I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. If this lesson didn't come to you as a lesson today, don't worry about it. It'll come around again. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Love and light.